Okay. Is this thing on? Are we running now? Messy moment here. So sorry guys, so sorry. Should be running now. Okay, I think we've got the things sorted here. And everything should be... Okay, there it is. Everything should be getting online here very soon. Okay, guys. Okay, we're about to start here in just a moment. Just ironing things out. Then we'll go ahead. Need a couple moments here. We should be fine. For real. Okay. Yep. So tonight is gonna be some Home Story Cup games. If you haven't seen them yet, good time to catch up. Because there's gonna be a lot of those. We're gonna start with the GOAT, of course, with several games here. Much to say about this. Probably not gonna cast all of them, but a bunch. Really. Fucking hell, man. What a nuisance. This is getting better and better. Okay. Sort it out here very soon. And yeah, we'll start with a game between a best of 3 between Ryang and Serral. That's gonna be coming up here in a short moment. Actually, we can go into the game. Yeah, man. Serral lost. Yeah, I know. I'm Rico, but that's fine. He did. I'm not sure if he lost against. I haven't watched any of the games. I only saw who won the championship, but yeah, that's all. Alright, let's do this for real here. Starting the game, Titan Citadel is the first map of this best of 3. In the bottom right we do have Serral. In the top left we've got Ryang. Ryang is one of those guys who's actually really good. And is a very tactical player. So he likes to use crazy strategies and, well, playing against Serral, let's go for a command center first. Immediately here. Not gonna waste any time. Immediately going into that CC first. Ryang, definitely one of my favorite characters in StarCraft 2. Serral here. With the pool first even. So this might be the best possible option or the best possible outcome here for Ryang. If he makes a Reaper, keeps that at home, there's nothing Serral can do to punish this. This command center is gonna finish before links are gonna be across the map anyways, so he can't even delay that. And yeah, this is just a very good moment here for Ryang. He will already pull ahead with this one. So Serral is basically playing this overly safe and Ryang is saying, alright, let's go greed. He's such a good mind gamer, this guy. It's insane. He's really good at kind of reading into his opponent's strategies. It's crazy. Like, this guy could probably be a chess champion. Like a grandmaster, Ryang. It feels like his gambles always do pay off. Good to see you, by the way, MW. Hope you're gonna enjoy tonight. Serral definitely is not gonna enjoy what he sees here with the commands that already been done. Ryang, of course, doesn't know that this is an early pool, so he doesn't know these links are here. Serral is gonna hide those. That's an interesting approach. Well, for now, keep them for later. It's gonna bring even 6 more links across the map, so it's gonna be 10 links. Probably wants to go in and maybe snipe a mule, but Ryang, actually pretty smart, is dropping the mule in the safe area. He will mine out his main a little bit faster, but honestly, it's not that much, and it's a really good approach. I feel like, oh my god. Oh no! It's a really good approach for the early game, but Ryang might just die. Ah, speed is done! No! Make the depot! Make the depot! Ryang! No! He loses 2 SCVs, 3, 4. This would have been the best opening for Ryang. Now he loses like 6 SCVs? Damn. Damn, man. Can't believe it. This is the thing if you don't wall correctly. If you don't have the wall, if your opponent waits for an off timing. Ryang had the perfect game state. He just did not make the correct adjustments because he was greedy trying to make the tech lab with the barracks for a starport behind the door. You could have made this as well here. Like, you can place the barracks here and have a tech lab there. I'm pretty sure you can. He could have made it over here, right? So if you see the links, you can still lift and maybe get it in position. He should have made, probably should have made that depot a little bit earlier. Oh, he's going into Mac. Everybody be very silent. He's going into Mac. Nobody knows this. I mean, Serral saw the 3rd CC, so it's gonna be super fast, the 3rd CC, but that's already the punish that Serral kinda needed. to not be behind anymore, really. And yeah, getting those 6 SCVs, a lot of mining time. You can probably check this in the graph here. Look at that. He kind of evened out the game at this point. See? This was a perfect move, the goat man. It's like he has a map hack or something, I don't know. He's like inside the brains of his opponent. Even though he doesn't read the like game or the strategy choices from his opponent without scouting intel. Once he has the scouting intel, it's like he exactly knows how to execute and what to do. I guess not every gamble pays off well. I guess not, if you're a little bit too greedy. If you're a little bit too greedy. You could have had the starport closer to the wall as well, right? You just make the starport above the factory, make the add-on over here, then you're pretty safe. Now Hellions coming in here. Remember, this is mech. Cyril doesn't exactly know this yet, but a Viking is a little bit of a tell. Which is kind of sounds a little bit funny maybe, but a Viking is definitely somewhat of a tell that your opponent might not go bio, because usually it's gonna be a medevac or a liberator, right? For the first unit. So if you make a Viking, it's something, I'm hiding something. Also, like, or it's gonna be Banshees, right? So if it's a single unit, usually it's gonna be that the lib or the drop ship for an early drop, for some harassment, and you'll always have that for later, right? If you keep that alive, the medevac is gonna stack on energy, so you'll have a lot of healing for your bio, right? So seeing that Viking is very curious, and I like the choice here going into a Spire from Cell, but he's not running Roaches yet. He's playing a Ling Bane composition. That's definitely gonna be a little bit of a advantage here for our blue Terran player. Now he gets counter-attacked here by Cyril. Doesn't lose that much yet, but he needs to control this correctly. Of course, now the cat is out of the bag. Everybody knows it's mech, and let's see what Cyril's gonna do. So he's gonna keep the Spy, he's gonna make a bunch of Mutas. Mutas can deal with these in low numbers. Cyclones, they're not too high in number if the Mutas have a good number on advantage. Oh, and if you can get some of these Cyclones, like the Hellions are gonna be freeways afterwards. And the Mutas are always gonna be faster. Maybe not exactly, but they'll kind of ignore the terrain, so you can defend every position with the Mutalisks. As weird as it sounds, right? It's not really a good defensive unit usually, or not thought as one, but against a composition like this definitely works, the battle mech style. Now you will start to catch these Cyclones. Look at that, he's gonna focus down the Cyclones. He doesn't really care about the Hellions, because he knows he can kill them anyways. Now he's got the Mutas here, they come in for a flank, and he's gonna catch all of these Cyclones. Oh my god, what a beautiful play here. And Riang is in trouble. He needs turrets. He needs turrets yesterday. This is fully exposed. There's no turrets, there's no anti-air right now. He literally has 4 Cyclones and a Marine that shoot up, and he has 11 Mutas. It's impossible. Now if he can catch these single Mutas here, that's gonna be nice. So he catches 3, that's really good. But he gets attacked again on the 3rd base. Does kind of manage to keep all of that alive. I really like these wards, man. Riang is such a cool dude. He's still not maxed on supply, but he does deeper wards more than everybody, kind of. It's gonna be a little bit of a kind of investment here. You need to be a bit careful, you don't really want to lose those. But for now, against the Link composition, yeah, they're just gonna create a wall. You need to bust that, right? There's the Banes, they were looking for a run by. Now they need to have this wall open. The Mutas are gonna scout this. There's no turrets yet. Riang definitely playing this very greedy here again, making no turrets. I feel like this is a little bit of a mistake. He's already going into his 4th base. He's going into 3 more factories, and finally the turrets are coming online here. He has so much minerals right now, excess minerals. So definitely something that he should be adding here right now. The Mutas, I wonder how much Serral is gonna keep committing to those. He's gonna get +2, which is never gonna be bad. It will help him later on with the Corruptor Broodlord army he'll eventually try to make, or could make. He actually grabs that gold base, and Ryang has... oh, he has seen it, but he wanted to go there. But he feels like he can't really go out on the map now. There is your bust on the depot, but only one Bane does survive. Still gonna get into the SCVs, gonna kill a few. Now he can remake turrets over here. But they have less HP, they only have 250 HP, so you always want to be having a little bit more beefy structures here. Now one thing that I personally really like if you go bio is just add blank barracks, no add-ons, just make a barracks wall. Because, like in the very late game, right? If you, but only if you go bio. It's not like you need those barracks, but they're gonna be helpful. You can still make marines eventually out of them, and they have 1,000 hit points and pretty strong walls. If you, like, you can make command centers, right? Which are gonna be 400 minerals plus the whatever you put on top. Or you can make depots like this, which are kind of flimsy, right? 400 HP, they kind of fall very fast, and it's a desirable target, to be honest. And you could make barracks. It's not that big of an investment. It costs 50 more than a depot. And it will help you with your production. Now, can Serral surround this army here? Ryang is creating a little bit of a Widow Minefield. I like the addition here, but Serral is just, after seeing this the first time, he already splits against the third mine here quite nicely. Ryang needs to make this as a turret wall, I think. Can he kind of push through here in that gold base? He's trying so hard to get that going. Look at that, he's red supply, yeah. Serral is really exploiting any kind of... any potential weakness in Ryang's strategy, which is crazy to see. Like, everybody else, anyone else wouldn't do this. Oh, can these Banes get the connection? Yes, they will! Oh my god! Oof. 16 SCVs down. The Hellions are starting to deplete here from this army, and Ryang is mostly making Cyclones right now. He needs to make a few more Hellions. The Mutas are not gonna deal with this, but yeah. The transition into that Roach Ravager army has begun, so Ryang is gonna be in trouble and Serral is gonna be fine. This is the thing. Greater Spire and Microbial Shroud. I wanna see this. Oh, please let the game go on for longer. Oh, what? That was a really good shot there on the Mutas, man. He killed so many Mutas with that mine. There's the Infestors. He already has them. Stacking the energy. So the Shroud, again, let's go quickly about... what this does. It's 100 energy, and it does create a shroud that obstructs ground units underneath, reducing damage taken from ranged units by 50%. This does include damage from air units, if I'm not mistaken. They are all ranged units as well, but only from air to ground weapons. Now this is going to be a good snipe here from Ryang, and I don't think it does... I do not think it does... work for the lock-ons, to be honest. So I'm not sure how good this is against mech, but it should work against the Hellions. The thing is, the funny thing is, I mean, this is like Super Cyclone, man. The funny thing is, the Hellion like damage will get cut in half, and then like they're gonna have trouble killing Banes. It's gonna be crazy. Now this is a nice move here, going with 2 armies in. He's gonna definitely kill down that gold base. Ryang is playing a beautiful game here after his kind of him getting harassed so much. But there's gonna be that Broodlord transition potentially. Serral is really waiting to get his Infestors going right now. Man, when Ryang is playing this so annoying, it's insane. I really love what I'm seeing here from Ryang. He's adding these kind of dripping in Widow Mines. Which is such a funny thing. But it's so annoying to do. Like, it's annoying to set up for Ryang as well, but it's just so annoying for Serral to deal with. Now he's gonna push. We're gonna see the Shroud in action here. He does have Neurals, so he's gonna try with the Neurals for now. He's gonna grab a few Cyclones here. Of course, you don't want to kill your own units here as Ryang, but you might have to, because the Cyclones are gonna shoot down a lot of his own units. He'll kind of still get one. He tried to get a lock-on on one of these Infestors. Maybe you need to add Ghost. Oh god, he's going Mass Banshee now! Wait, one Raven and rest is gonna be Banshee. Banshee speed. He doesn't have Banshee speed yet. Do we have Cloak? Wait, this is a crazy build, man. Ryang is just the single greatest Terran of all time. Yo, shit, there's one of those cool bots again. Gonna go over this in the break, of course. And, yeah, so Ryang is having a little bit of trouble trying to grow currently, but he's also stifling the growth from Cell. Oh, this could be some big fungals here. Oh my god, oh my god. Oh, he goes for the Neurals. There's a scan as well that reveals some of these Infestors. And Cell is doing this very smartly. He's getting like two units at a time. Now, where's the Helbets in that mineral line? You want to have one here, and then all of your SCVs belong to us. Ryang is gonna lift all of his buildings, he's gonna clear this with the Hellbat and Banshee command group here coming in. Now Broodlord Infestor, we have seen this in Wings of Liberty, but there is no mass Ravens to counter this anymore. What are you gonna do here as Ryang? He kinda needs to go into air, but he does not have... He's going into Banshees, speed Banshees on top of that. He has a lot of air to ground or damage to ground, but he doesn't really have good anti-air. So what you want to do is you're gonna go into Thors, right? Oh, can he catch these Infestors? Oh, Cyril, a big mistake there. He does get a decent fungal to kind of make it a trade. But man, he loses another Infestor here to the Banshees. The speed Banshees are coming in. They don't have Cloak, so you need to be careful. Ryang does not want to lose those. He didn't make them to throw them away. That's why he made speed and not Cloak. He made it so he can swoop in, shoot down a base, and then go out again and repair those up. He's probably gonna make like, I guess the idea was gonna make like 5 to 6 or something. Just keep on hitting the bases left and right. Now, of course, they're also gonna be very nice defensively, and they can kind of control a center area like this. So we need to kind of see anything against those, like Corruptors or whatever. But yeah, for now he has only these two. The Queens are gonna deal with this though, with that Infestor pesky throwing some fungals down, so much for that. Yeah, Infestors of course are gonna be fine if there's any anti-air with that in conjunction. Now Ryang is starting to lose some steam, and Cyril has been trading actually decently good, and he has been mining a lot more. His bank is insane. I guess Ryang has invested a lot into structures. Which you of course have to do as a Terran, but I mean they're not gonna help you in these fights that much, right? So he's starting to go into some Vikings. He's actually spreading the 3 Vikings, that's so cool. And of course the Thors with this. He is going into the servos. I'm pretty sure they also work for Thors. Yes, they do. Helbets, Hellions, Vikings, Liberators, and Thors. But Cyril is happy. He's just happy controlling this area of the map, basically, denying this base. That's all he needs to do. And he can freely retake this eventually, because there's nothing really down here. Like, there's one Widowmine. That's literally it. And if he can poke in and maybe snipe that PF... Sorry, snipe the Planetarium. That could be a good move. He's shooting down a bunch of Brootlings here. And he's also with Lings again in this area. That one extra command center wasn't turned into planetary. Now he's starting to snipe Thors with Cyclones. Planetary is getting repaired, so it does not exactly die right now. And there's not much anti-air for Cyril, so he'll have to rely on fungal and corrosive biles here. He's gonna actually... he takes the control over the Viking and shoots down the Raven, man. He gets that base, but at the same time there is a counterattack from Ryang. He took out the base here in the very south center position, and he's kind of pushing. He should actually push into the heart of the Zerg base, he's trying to evacuate, he's trying to salvage these units because he doesn't have too much at home anymore. I think he has enough though. I'm a little bit shocked that he didn't try to go in and snipe the tech because it's all concentrated in this area. I guess the cyclones are quite low, but maybe drop a couple of mules, try to repair those. He does not have any money though. It's insane. He's like so hurting for money. Wow. Where did he lose all that? I mean, Cyril is starting to pull even here in the trades. It's insane. More links coming in. He got so many SCVs. Ryang has not been remaking a lot of SCVs. Let's have a look at the total number of SCVs that have been killed off. It's 75. That's actually quite insane. So Cyril really hitting that economy every now and then here. And yeah, no repairs. There's no time for repairs on these cyclones, for example. There's nothing really you can do about this. And one thing, for example, that you could do against an army like this, you could play a little bit different. You don't want to overly make too many cyclones. You can like make 3 to 4 medevacs and drop halberds into that army. And it works actually quite nice because they'll shred the infestors like crazy. Oh, can you please repair the turret? Yes, man. I love you, Rung. He's really good. Trying to shoot down some drones here. Of course, Cyril, he doesn't know that Cyril's bank is so big. It's insane. Cyril has been vastly outmining for 10 minutes at this point. I think Ryang is about to die here. He's trying one last mule hammer, but doesn't even have the energy really to throw down so many mules. He has a bunch of ravens. He sees the infestors come in. He's gonna lose another cyclone. This kind of neural trading is just so powerful here right now, and we cannot establish another base. I mean, this base being up and running again is quite nice, but he's already evacuating this just because he doesn't know, right? Interference matrix coming in. Okay, is he gonna use this against the infestors? Honestly, I feel like you really would have loved to make a few ghosts against this rather than trying to interference matrix every infestor. You can kind of counteract neural with that. But the funny thing is, like, if Cyril sees this, that matrix is happening, he can just take control of all of the ravens and interference matrix the Thors or whatever he wants to. And yeah, so he's trying to interference matrix these. He will do that, but of course it's just not enough. The Thors are still being taken control over, and in the end, the army of Ryang is gonna get dismantled. What a game by Cyril, man. What a game. And honestly, what a game by Ryang. I really loved what I saw there, but that was just crazy. Ryang is such a beast. Cyril is even more a beast. Alright, so let's get this Fiddle Kiwi band here. My squad is coming. Please add me on Discord. I'm not a bot. Yo, Ian, it's good to see you, bro. The bot, yeah, they're just amazing. Just casting some games from Home Circuit Cup. I think you enjoyed that in person already. I purposely did not watch any spoilers except I know the champion. To have some fun here, casting those. Okay. Alright. See, we're ready. We've come full circle. Yeah, I know. Okay. Next time I'm gonna cast Home Story Cup and you're gonna observe it. Let's go! Game number 2 here between Serral and Riang. In the top left, it is our Finnish Masterclass Circ, and in the bottom right, the brainiest Terran alive. It is Riang. Is he gonna be... like, it looked like he outsmarted himself a tiny bit in the last game, and this game is gonna be straightforward. You don't need a lot of brains to do the strategy. So Serral, but he's winning the mind games, right? So Serral went, of course, into that early pool last game before that hatchery. Now this time it's gonna be the hatchery first, and the last game he went up against Command Center first. This time it's gonna be the double racks. Of course, 2 racks across the map is not really an all-in at this point. So the Speen Geysers are not being mined here for now. He's sending out another SCV, but yeah, it's usually not an all-in at this point. You're just gonna expand off this eventually as the Terran player. And this is a Marine version. It's not gonna be that double Reaper. Now the Reaper really falls off because it basically dies to speed, and the issue is, like, you're gonna be very flimsy at home. Now he's gonna put up the 3 bunker wall here. Is this gonna work though? Oh, he cannot make that 3 bunker wall. He makes like a knock for his Marine to stand in. Who's shooting the Overlord right now? He needs to work on those drones. He's gonna get 1. Gonna get a second one. Okay. It's target firing. It's very nice. So it's starting to pull these drones away, the hurt ones. Needs to be careful though, you don't want to lose those Marines around. He still has them not fully boxed in. So Serral does kill 2. That might be just enough. The Marines are very far away from the bunkers, and he does find a very good position though for those. 1 bunker disc cancelled. The Spine Crawl, of course, is gonna finish. Riang is trying to save that bunker, but it will also fall, and the second bunker, like the third bunker, I guess, is also gonna fall. So the bunker rush has effectively been stopped. He loses 7 drones, a lot of mining time, but it's gonna be fine for Serral most likely here. There was also a lot of investment from Riang. 3 bunkers have actually been killed, so this is 650 minerals plus the 3 SCVs and a bunch of Marines who died. The second base hasn't been started yet for Riang. He has not started to mine gas. This is actually a really good position for Serral. Even though his drone count is really low, there is not going to be any pressure in the next like 3 minutes. So he can only drone. He can only make drones. He doesn't even have to, like, I don't know. He literally has not to do anything else but make drones right now. There's that 1 creep. So he's going to start to push out the creep. Still has enough lava, and he doesn't even need that second queen as fast. He can ramp up the economy first, then go into the second queen, get that additional lava in. And Riang is playing, I think this might be a smart choice. Like, he knows he didn't kill Serral, and he knows Serral is going to use this opportunity to be greedy behind this. We have to say though, Serral does not have that information, okay? So he doesn't know that there is no factory yet. He doesn't know. What the fuck? He doesn't know how economically greedy Riang is playing this behind the opening. So he's playing with 6 Marines. And, like, if Serral would have thrown down a Roach Warren to defend this one, or for the defense as well, then he could have gone across the map and just killed Riang with 5 roaches. But he doesn't know that, because Riang is making everything or anything but units right now. So here's the triple CC already done. He's going into 2 engineering base right now. He doesn't even have the money to start the upgrades right away. That's how greedy this is going right now. And he doesn't even have a wall. Because the command set has flow, but you probably want to land one of your barracks down here. Is he gonna go into mech again? That's a big question. He has those 2 barracks, but you don't really need to use them. He's of course gonna make the add-ons for now. There's a link coming in for some scouting, so he will find that base right now. And if he could get up into the main, it would be amazing. It's not gonna happen though. Link is gonna get boxed in here by these Marines. Oh, come on. You can't let him no. So he does get up the ramp. He sees only that the command center has moved. That's a pretty good deny there still. The depot was in time. But what a juke and jive there by Sarah. For a second I thought he would get in. I didn't see the depot was already slammed down there. Well, would be cool to be in Home Circuit Cup 11, in 11 months in Home Circuit Cup 30, but I don't think it's gonna happen. Would have been amazing, but yeah. Unless something really, really cool happens to my financial situation, I don't think I can afford to go there. Who knows, maybe I'll win the lottery, then I'm definitely gonna come. Sorrel sniping there a depot. Now he is kind of using these links to control the entrance and just assert some mental pressure. It's more like mental pressure, right? He gets a cancel on that depot. Yeah, that's cool. It doesn't really do much, but it's just like, hey, I'm here, I'm out on the map, you need to be careful, right? Be sure to hit your Marines. So Ryang will go into bioplay this game, but of course his momentum is gonna be quite slow. And look at that, whenever Ryang is moving out a little bit and exposing himself somewhere, Sarah will come in and he will check for those openings and he will find them if they're there. It's insane, he's so active with his units. It's really crazy. Now Baneling Speed on the way, Carapace on the way, a second Evo Chamber. This is the one thing that Ryang is going. He has the 1-1 going, but his armory is actually late, so he cannot start the 2-2 yet. And even though he has the big advantage on the 1-1, well, he's gonna have a good advantage on the 2-2 as well, I think. And don't play Lotto. I don't play Lotto, no. I play the Takarakuji. It's also a lottery though. But yeah, let's see. So Sarah sees the double. He of course knew that there's double upgrades going on. So he sees the engineering base here, and he sees kind of a little bit of the state of the production. He sees of course its confirmation is bio. Of course there's the 1-1 upgrades finished, so this is like already known to him. He sees this wall. He sees, okay, we have a good amount of Marines. He also knows that these Marines are over here. So Ryang is about to push out. He saw this starport is producing on a reactor, so he knows once the medevacs are here, there's gonna be some aggression coming in. So he needs to build up a little bit of forces to defend that. But man, Sarah is cruising. After the initial kind of investment here for Ryang, you see, this is where the all-in hit, or like the big attack hit. And then Sarah came back drone in, and he came back hard drone in. Oh no! Yeah, of course he went into burrow. No, not like this. Come on. I mean, yeah, you should honestly every Zerg player, right? Everyone who knows how to play perfect should do this. Now he's gonna try to push him into the Banes. He will load up. So for now they're not working, but I love this. Like Sarah, it's just so good. He's so good, it's insane. And Ryang exposes him at home. There's so many links come in. Now a couple of Widow Mines, if they get the connections, yeah, that's the thing. Oh, friendly fire even happening here. Ryang is still pushing across the map, so he's like, alright man, if you deal damage to me, I'm gonna deal damage to you. He just lets that lift there. Of course the command center can't get killed by these links. But Ryang can snipe a hatchery from Sarah. That's not a cancel, so Sarah a little bit too slow there. Not an old man. But yeah, he goes into that hive, of course, behind this. His upgrades are starting to look very good. Ryang didn't start 3-3, so all of his lead that he has been kind of building up to, it's just not as efficient or as kind of seamless as it should be or could be. And that is something that Sarah will use to catch up. Now, unfortunately, the Baneling Mines haven't hit here for Sarah. but that makes the game a little bit more interesting. Of course, every Zerg, like, you know, playing against Bio, if you can, it's always just worth it to set up one supply, right? That's 2 Banes, one supply as a trap in some junction points. And if we take a look at the game state and what happened, we had that big push in the beginning, there was very few queen production in the early game, so the creep is actually not that great, because Serral needed to... oh yeah, this is the dumbest thing. So Serral needed to produce so many drones and economy that he had to skip on queen production. Now of course he has the 8 queens, but his creep is actually not there yet. It's really not where it should be at a 10-minute game. So that's the trade-off he had to pay for. Now, Ryang, and he's, by the way, exploiting this. On the other hand, oh, that's a good mine. Because, like, if there's no creep, why would you ever scan, right? So he sets up the Banes. It's such a brilliant play. And he gets the good fungal here on the Marines. And he will get a Baneling connection. Wow, that was the last second, literally. Bjorn must be a little bit salty about that one. Now this could be a good... oh, he catches one of the burrowed Banes. I wonder if he saw that. Oh, the mine killed so many. The fungal and mine combination there. A lot of AoE damage. Oh, look at these medevacs. Quite low, actually, from all of that splash. I always used to like how Serral plays this with the fungal Ling Bane compositions. It's just so smart and very efficient. Oh, he gets the hit here finally. Wow. All of the returning units. Of course, now everything's revealed. Ryang should be way more careful, trying to go across the map here. And I don't think he's gonna get broken here, but Serral is really hunkering down right now. Ryang already transitioned into those Marauders. He doesn't have concussive yet, so he needs to get that going. Nice evacuation there on these SCVs. They're gonna run into that planetary fortress. Can this fortress save the SCVs? Yes, except for 2, so they're looking good. And Serral did pull back, but he must be trading quite nicely here. With a Ling Bane composition, only 3k resources behind. That's actually pretty good in the efficiency department here. All of these fungals really paying off. Now Serral hit the Ultralisk transition, and if he goes, he has already the Infestors. If he goes into a Shroud again, nice fungal here. Ultras with the Shroud are like, they are humongously unkillable by bio units. You need ghosts. There's like no questions asked. You need ghosts or battle cruisers with your Armada or something to kill Ultralisks under the Shroud. It's insane. There's no way that Marauders are ever going to kill one of those under Shroud. So yeah, you kind of need already to be, you're already behind in transition here as Ryang. And Ryang doesn't really have that money to go into ghosts. He doesn't have the pace. He has 4 bases, yeah, that's cool and all, but remember how the game started, so the main bases are actually mining out very soon here. Ryang? No, he could get fungled. The Serral is not gonna fungal this. Ryang's gonna split the Medivacs that had units to attack again, and the rest is gonna go home here to reinforce. He has a lot of Medivacs, so he definitely needs to stop production. 12 Medivacs, yeah, that's okay, that's a good number. This is where it gets kind of out of control. If you make more, like 14 is really something you don't want to have. But 12 is like the number where you're gonna be very fine. With a lot of healing power. Like I prefer like 8 to don't oversupply those. But of course you want to have some Caduceus reactors or something at that point as well. Now Ryang is trying to push this multi-prong here. He's gonna go into the left area and try to attack Serral's. Lack of creep is actually really helping out Ryang here, but those fungals, they're just too good. And Ryang doesn't really pre-split his armies. He tries to go in and snipe and do something and fight and attack, but that means he's also common and hot, right? So every clump of units is gonna be able to be fungled here by Serral, and there's no ghosts to counteract this yet. Now finally Ryang is adding a bunch of more tech labs here, but I don't think he still doesn't have the Ghost Academy, does he? No, there's no Ghost Academy. He's not adding the ghosts. There's gonna be another fungal here on those medivacs. They are soon in range of dying to fungals. One was on 45 HP, that's 2 fungals. I think 25 damage on those currently. We can take a check there. There it is. Over 3 seconds. So Ryang is splitting into 3 armies. Maybe he's over splitting a little bit. He also has an empty medivac standing over there. There's a couple of Widow Mines. They're gonna get some decent connections, but they will get cleared up as well. And the only thing that Ryang is going for him, he does have a bunch of he does have a bunch of bank, so he's not, it's not like the last game when he's just trading kind of so much of his bank again and again, and he does get a base for a base, so it's actually not that terrible here. He's really holding his own. But Serral just has so much economy, man. 89 drones, and he's playing that ultra composition. He's playing so well with these infestors and the fungals. He's always getting a trade out of it. Could take another look at the resources, but Ryang is starting to really pull ahead here, it feels like. So these Widow Mines must have been paying off quite a dividend. And even though we see so many fungals like this, it looks so good. Sometimes these Widow Mines just get some insane connections there. Another 7 kills on that Widow Mine, but he does deplete the whole army here. So Ryang, again, having trouble to remake this. He did just add a big group of barracks, 3 more barracks. So he's sitting at 11 barracks right now. But in the end, this is still not a very efficient composition. He's making just Marauder Marine right now. He's playing this just strong arm race. And I don't think he will overpower because Serral has those infestors. It just feels impossible. And he's going into different tech as well. He has the Spire. Does he have a Greater Spire already? I don't think so, but he's already adding the plus damage, and I think we should see... Oh, he's actually going to Carapace afterwards. I really would have liked to see the Greater Spire first. But yeah, Serral adding 3 bases right now, remaking the one in the top center position, and then in the bottom left he's trying to grow into that room. 3 bases at once, quite greedy here. That Ling finally got found. And another attack here from Serral onto this base. He's definitely gonna bust this with the Banes, there's no questions asked, but it's also a very inefficient trade. Now, he's starting to kind of grow the bank here that Ryang is able to establish for himself, and this is something you can do as the Zerg. You can, if you have the economy, excuse me, he has still more than 80 drones, and you have the positions to mine, you have the map control, then you can just do it. Just keep your opponent off of the 5th base. And no 6 bases for you, Mr. Ryang, right? So Ryang is gonna have difficulties to re-establish that, re-establish the mining. His mining is gonna be down the drains. I mean, look at this again. Serral with the income advantage is so big. That's the way he plays this, basically. Widow Mines connecting on Ultralisk is not really what you're looking for here as Ryang. He has a bunch of these Marauders. I really wish Serral would have added that Shroud this time, because against the Marauders in that Marauder Ultra kind of engagement, it actually works wonders. They're so strong after that. Now, Ryang is defending both. He's pushing in the left and he's defending on the right, but there's a big fungal here countering this army on the right, and 2 ultras are gonna be enough if they get the correct engage. It's crazy how good those ultralisks are with 1 fungal if it hits. It's insane. And on the left side we do get the base, but what an investment. He's again getting fungal here, and these medivacs are starting to get very low. He might throw down another fungal. I'm really waiting for the moment Serral is gonna add a few corruptors and really have his field day with all of these low medivacs, or maybe like a Viper or something. Grind them down. Of course, he's playing a very high-paced game, making a lot of links, so he needs a lot of lava injects, he needs a lot of lava, he has that macro hatchery, and he just needs to produce and produce and produce, throw an army, produce, throw an army. He's starting to deplete his bank as well, so both players are getting very low on money here at this stage, and not killing this base might be a mistake. I hope he's gonna finish that one off for his sake, and yes, he will also get most of those mules. It's a very expensive loss here for Ryang, of course, who was really building on those mules to get him some money back into the game here. He will snipe this base in the top center. He also sniped the base on the left there, of course, this one. But he did let this one live, so Serral is still mining quite healthily here. On one very healthy base, and the rest are starting to deplete, though we see this. He has to... I mean, he still has a lot of income, actually, so he's still fine. He has a lot of bases still mining. Ryang, on the other hand, he's down to 2 right now mining, and 1 is halfway mined out. This is a nice snipe again here from Ryang. I hope he can evacuate this army and not lose it on the way out. Nice connection. Oh. No connection. Yeah, he needs probably to mule this area where the planter is. He needs to put some of these workers down here. Oh, he's finally repairing these medevacs. Look at how low they are. 5 HP, 5 HP. This is all fungal damage. 3 HP and Widowmine. 1 Widowmine splash is gonna kill like 7 medevacs. He needs to be careful. There's gonna be a Ling counterattack. Serral really knows what to use, where to hit, and how to hit those locations. It's insane. So only Lings into the... where no planetary is, a stronger Ultra Bane Ling army with the fungal here where the planetary fortress stands. Then enough at home to defend the other side, but one side is going to be exposed, of course, and that's going to be another kill here on the hatchery. Nice for Ryang, but it might just not be enough. He loses all of his mining locations right now. There's a Ling even blocking this one. Ryang is down to this. That's his income. 5 SCVs. We can take a look at this. It's 3,000 advantage. This is his income. 200. He only has 14 SCVs. 4 of them are trying to repair it now. And yeah, Ryang is pretty dead at this point. There's no way he can produce anything more than 1 marine at a time right now. And while he has a lot of energy stacked up, he just cannot get the time to make it happen. And Serral is going to take the series in a 2-0, but what a hard, well fought 2-0 from Ryang. I guess so, from Serral. So Ryang really putting up a fight there. Love to see this, and looking very good. That was very good by Serral. Okay, that was a cool one. So let's see, what else do we have? Let's check out Serral against Mana. I want to do one more Serral. Oh no! I've been waiting for this one. Serral against SOS. Yes, Serral against SOS. That's it. That's what we want to see. The goat against the goat. SOS, of course, being picked up by Streamer Zone. I think it's a really good thing for him. And he has been starting to play a lot of tournaments, but not really grinding yet that much. So I hope we can get him into more tournaments. And we'll be starting this very soon here. Okay, let's see. A second. Okay. Alright. We'll be heading into this very soon here. One second. Oh, just did. Close this so I can. Okay. Man. Okay. Okay. So here we go into the next series. In the bottom right of Ruby Rock, we do have Serral. In the top left, it is SOS, the craziest Protoss alive. Even crazier than Hero, who might have thunk. But yes, it's definitely a strength, not a weakness. Maybe. We don't actually know. We'll have to wait and see. It can be a weakness to him sometimes, but usually it's a strength. We've seen crazy things from this person, like Mothership Rush and stuff like that, with recall into the opponent's base. And there's a lot of cool things. And like the only thing I think that we are missing from him is a hidden nexus into a Mothership Rush. From that hidden nexus, like he already is putting down a camera over here, so he's gonna make a nexus down here. This doesn't even make sense. And then he makes the mothership and walks into the main base, recalls an army, force fields the ramp, and he's gonna kill the main base. And then he recalls out again, and he's like, yeah man, what did I invest into this? Which I'm never gonna get any use of. 400 minerals, yeah, that's fine. It's 2 gateways and a pylon. No, I don't think it's gonna happen, but you never know. Like, why would he ever put a camera over, like, in this position in the bottom? It's like such a random position as well. Like, what are you gonna do there, right? Doesn't even make any sense. He's gonna send a probe down right now. Man, this dude is just... he's insane. Oh. So what is he gonna do there? He's gonna put a pylon, okay. But is this gonna be like hidden DTs or something? Is he gonna then go that crazy? What are we gonna see? So it's gonna be a pylon and he keeps the probe down there. Of course, Protoss always want to go Twilight, right? Sorry, they want to go Stargate and then Twilight. So eventually the Twilight is gonna be there. And it will be a Stargate proxied. Okay, so he can... what you can do with this still is you can kind of recall the Oracle, right? If you have to. Cyril though, he's just playing this very normal. Just getting speed, getting his 3 bases up and running here in a moment. He's not trying to get surprised here by this. An adept coming across the map. We'll shade. We'll shade into the main, but not actually commit to the shade. So as I was just scouting a little bit, of course, you need to kind of poke and check. And Sarah is like, yeah man, so we're about to hit the 340. I'm already sitting a Ling at your location there. The Oracle is coming from a weird angle, and SOS is not that much about trying to grab that base yet, the 3rd base. It does shade away with the Adepts. They shaded to the north. The Oracle comes in where the Queens were. I'm not sure about this. And he does miss micro a little bit, so he only gets 1 kill. In the end, this proxy's target, did it do a lot? I don't think so. Like, I mean, there's a Spore here, but the Queen was rotating to the north. And like a Spore, the Queen, I feel like you can... The Spore, of course, hits very hard, so it's kind of difficult. But yes, if you're in position as Serral, like... why would you ever expose your Stargate? Now Serral does see the Stargate as well. It's such a weird move, right? Because you can get rid of this. This is so strange. And SOS has to guard this. This is so funny. Now make a Void Ray and just hover it over so he can keep the freaking thing. Now at least he gets 2 drones here with the Adepts, but that's all kind of. And the Adepts are dead now. He has to warp in more Adepts. He's actually going into Glaives, so sacrificing those Adepts is a little bit painful there. To be honest, he's going into a Forge. Oh, this is new. Are you gonna go armor with this? Like, as weird as it sounds, do you go armor with this? Because you have the 22 against light, right? So, you 2-shot links. Anyhow, there's no questions asked about that. And, like, +1 damage doesn't do that much for Adepts. Against Queens, for example. Even with the attack speed. Do you go into armor with this? No, he's going into damage. So of course that makes sense for every kind of way, because like the attack speed and stuff, right? It's gonna get boosted, and it just makes a lot of sense, right? But there's the Adepts coming in here. He's gonna probably commit to the shade. Let's see the defense. Nah, there's way too many links here. He's just gonna threaten the shade. Oh, he actually shades in 2, so he mismicros the shades there a little bit, loses 2 Adepts for it. Now he has the Glaives revealed, of course. He did kill 5 drones with the Oracles in the meantime here. There's 3 Adepts sitting over there as well, and the Starport is getting attacked, so he only threatens the shades. He doesn't want to commit. No, he wants to kill this base, basically. And I think Sarah might just try to defend this now with the creep being there. It's gonna come in, but this is not gonna be a good trade for him, but he will keep the base alive in the end. And more adepts coming in here, but the printer has been stopped, so... Oh, he actually recalls those here, I'm not sure about this one. He does keep 3 alive, so that's gonna be worth it, of course. And he needs something at this base here to keep him safe against this Link Flood that's coming in. He has the 2 oracles still, but they don't really have much energy. He doesn't have enough energy for an overcharge even at that base right now, because he recalled to it. A drop overlord on the way. Is he gonna make... Oh, this is not for queens. Okay, so this is gonna be some Banes or some Links being dropped into the natural base. There's no static defenses here right now. It's gonna be shield battery very soon though. So yeah, he can pull away the probes to the shield battery. +1 is gonna be finishing up right now. And he's setting up more and more locations here for him to attack SOS. The Links coming in into that natural base are gonna hit the probes. He's a little bit slow on the pull, and the shield battery of course was a little bit far away, but he still pulls back to it without losing too many probes. There's stuff in the main though now, right now, and SOS not keeping up with the pace. He's trying to attack at the same time, getting a second forge here. No 4th base though, no AoE, only blink. It's not even done yet. This is a little bit of a disaster here for SOS. He has the second forge, but like he doesn't even use the 2 forges for now. Only gets the... Does he think he only has 1 forge? This is one of those games. Like I need a forge, I need to get my attack, ground attack. He doesn't even get charged. Like why would you ever get armor for your Stalkers? I mean, they're gonna be better with armor, but not that much. Like Zealots, yeah. Oh god, the Oracles, they just freaking train wrecked into the Hydras here. I think this game is about to end, man. There's gonna be Baneling speed halfway done here. Once that is finished, these 2 adepts, they're gonna die as well. Kill 2 drones, it's not very worth trade. And even though the economy is not terrible for SOS, he doesn't have that 4th base. And he doesn't have charge, he doesn't have storm, he doesn't have archons, he has no AoE, he only has blink stalkers, and he's gonna get hit now here on the 3rd base with a Link Bane and Hydra attack, and that's gonna be so strong because he's gonna come from a few angles here. He keeps the army over to the right, and the Banes are just gonna walk into the mineral line, either in the natural or into that 3rd, and there's not much you can do about this SOS because you're simply out of position. He pulls away these Stalkers again, he splits the Banes, and there's no way in saving this probe line. 18 probes do fall. The base gets killed, not cancelled. That's so much money. That's what, 500, 1,000 minerals and probe damage or what? And 400 for the next. This is 1,500 minerals roughly in 1 instant gone. Wow, what a play here for Serral. Now, SOS tried to come in, snap that base, but Serral, it had enough HP. He's even gonna transfuse this one to be safe, and that does mean a lot of these Stalkers do die because they do not have their blink ready to be blinked back behind the first wall of defense. Now he does start armor as well. He did finish up +2. Doesn't have, excuse me, the money for +3 here. It doesn't have the money for a Templar Archives. He's trying to throw down another Nexus, but man, this game is not going SOS's way at all. He's at 100 supply to 177, and this is Linkbane Hydra. It's not a Roach supply. He's even getting more drones here, more workers with those Banelings, and yeah, this is just not looking good for SOS. Yeah, GG. It's gonna go next. It's GG and go next. So that didn't work out. Serral against SOS, game number 2. Gonna be in a moment here. Okay, where is it? There's the scene. So here we are, ladies and gentlemen, in the top left it is Serral, in the bottom right it is SOS. Serral looking quite strong so far. SOS's craziness hasn't really been there yet, I want to say. I mean, a little bit with that Stargate being proxied, but that didn't really pay off too much, did it? In the end, it was just another Stargate. It's not like it was proxy DTs or something. Like, that's the moment where you go into a Adept Glaives build without the Stargate, and then you try to fake, or you like do hidden DTs behind. Right? But he didn't do that. Just went into straight up Stargate proxy thing. And that didn't pay off, so he had to pay for that. Oh, bro. Now Serral just going his standard way about this game, of course. Does make a lot of sense for him. On the other hand, SOS, all eyes on him. What is he gonna do? He's gonna throw down a Nexus, but... Ah, damn. This is 7 minutes ago, so are we gonna expect another Stargate? I dare to say no. I hope we get something different. I hope we get... what's it called? Like a... Twilight? There's no real option for a Robo. You would have to go... Like, the only way you could go into a Robo would be a Speed Prism Disruptor play, where you keep on making more and more Disruptors. But that opens the possibility to go for Mutus, for Serral, and or for the Zerg. And yeah, you don't really want to have that happen, because you wouldn't have Blink or Phoenix available. And if you try to fight Mutus with only stationary Stalkers, it's not gonna go your way. That's a guarantee. So of course we do see that Stargate, but it is quite far behind in the base. It's kind of hidden a little bit back in the base. Overlord is gonna stay alive. Maybe only until that pesky Stargate unit arrives. A third base coming up here for Serral. Man, that Bling is not gonna get the scout. Now, of course, this Overlord, oh yeah, it's actually gonna, he's gonna use this as a spotter here, so there's gonna be a full reveal. Hey, yeah, it's a normal game, blah blah blah. So we will kill that Overlord. And of course show the Oracle, and he makes a Void Ray afterwards. That's curious actually. Like, usually you would go into the Void Ray first, right? Unless you really want that energy on the Oracle to build up for some reason. Which I can't really read into what the plan is here behind this. Like a second unit as a Void Ray, it's so rare. So he goes into the Twilight after this, he comes in with the Oracle, he snipes a couple drones, eats a lot of damage, goes out. It keeps the Oracle alive. He has that Void Ray, needs to get it back home though, because the Lynx are here. Needs to turn around. He did not see the Lynx, he didn't have the correct flight path. He's actually not going to turn around with a Void Ray, so that's kind of curious. He will lose this Nexus. There comes the Oracle, it's gonna turn on, but honestly, like, I guess he saves the Adepts, right? He gets one Overlord, but he's gonna eat a lot of damage here from those Queens. 53 damage, it's gonna eat permanent here. You'll have to see this here. Again, a Glaives build. It's basically the same build like earlier, just differently placed. Oh, he makes a second hallucinated Void Ray. That's kind of cool. So he wants to have this seen by this Ling, but he doesn't want to have this shoot at the Ling. So he's like, yeah man, I'm making Void Rays. I'm making Void Ray, look at that. This is kind of cool. This is so SS. You never know what you get with this guy. He's such a tricky dude. He's like, look at that, I'm making Void Rays. So he does not shoot with this Void Ray to not reveal this, but he needs to kind of just, yeah, pull the queens and like naturally walk away. Right? So you don't know yet that Serral. So Serral is kind of baited into a Spire, and there's gonna be Adepts with Glaives now coming across the map. But of course there is no Warp Prism, so in the end... Oh, he does? Oh, this is cool. Lol. But Serral is good enough for this. Oh man, what a moment here. Oh, this is such an amazing moment. So SS tries to deny the wall with the Oracle. He comes in, tries to deny the wall, tries to shade through, but Serral was just in time, defends it, and finishes up the wall. He has the drones in place, he gets the buildings up, and he denies the Adepts from entry in the perfect moment there. And in the end, the Adepts don't really get that much done. The fake Void Ray was of course revealed, so there's no more secrets here to Serral, and he knows what's up. He needs to work on that though, but there's a queen already going in position here. So sniping down some queens would be nice here. Bursting those down with those Adepts is a viable option. You're not gonna get that. Like, he can transfuse if he wants to. And he's gonna lose the Void right now. That's a sloppy mistake, yeah. Mute is on the way. But there's gonna be Blink for SS, so he should be fine. He's just gonna shoot down queens, man. He has killed so many queens, it's kind of crazy to see the strategy. Only 3 really, but he didn't really lose too many Adepts himself, so it's fine, I guess. I'd be annoyed if I'm Serral. Like, losing the queens is just unnecessary. It's your anti-air going down, it is your injects going down, it's your creep growth going down. It's a very messy situation. It's basically like your macro engine. It's like your Protoss and you have unpowered gates, right? That's how it feels like as a Zerg. It feels like you're kind of stuck in production. So it's just a very annoying thing to deal with. But now SOS has to recall. He spots the mutas. There's only 6 mutas. Maybe he can kill some of them. He does get 1. He does get a second one. Yeah. I guess he killed already 3. So he should be able to clear all of these. Serral is kind of boxed in here. And he should cancel that Phoenix. He killed so many mutas. You cancel the Phoenix at this point. Maybe he lets 1 finish. I wouldn't hate 1, but don't make more. Because this is fake. This is the real issue. Link's coming over. The Ravager's coming over. He doesn't reveal the Ravagers yet. He should be able to cancel this with the Links only. Oh, that's a shame. 1 Link into that stasis trap here, of course. Baneling Nest coming up. Another Evo Chamber, second Evo Chamber. We do have the Infestation Pit finished up as well. So Serral is gonna go into that hive now. And he does go into another base over here. Links are getting caught here. Oh, this is nice. What a beautiful force field. With that blink, trapping as many links as you can. 50 energy. Second forge coming in for SOS. +1 is of course done. He's going into that charge and he will go into a Templar Archives this game. So it's gonna be different. And he's pushing quite hard. But he does lack the supply. And Serral has been building a powerful army with his Ravagers and now with the Baneling transition that's coming in. So he will have some very good trading very soon, yeah. He has some staying power with the Ravagers. The buyouts are gonna be nice to buy time. And yeah, like that fake muta, or I guess the small mutas, they didn't really pay off. Serral not revealing the Ravagers until it's basically the push from SOS. That was a good move there. And SOS lacks the army, that's the correct, or lacks the correct army to deal with this. So we will get handled for now here. Does not kill this base. It's halfway done. But it's not killed. The Zealots are already moving into position, but they don't have charge yet. There's the Ultralisk Cavern coming in. So that's gonna be the moment where you need your Mass Immortal. But he doesn't have any of those. He doesn't even have a Robo. Zealots coming in, charge 8 seconds out. Slow Zealots against a bunch of Speed Banes. I know who wins that fight. Does even save the spine. That's crazy, man. This dude. Adrenaline on the way here, halfway done. Only +1 on the link so far, but +2 is something that's been worked on. SOS still is controlling parts of the map, and this is an annoying stasis trap. If you can use this a little bit more to his advantage, maybe, would be great, but it doesn't have any sentries with this, so no force fields. Of course, there are also Ravagers, but yeah. So he's trying to make something out of this. There's another group of links stasis trapped in the north. Stasis traps have been really good this game, but that Archon being isolated there, getting killed. Now again, Zealots coming in here on the left, trying to counterattack a little bit. And find some damage, but Zeryl's already on the case here. Zeryl is already on the case, he's gonna destroy those, and the Zealots don't even get a single drone. That's how crazy this is. He's also pushing in with the Stalkers at the same time, but I don't feel like he got the trading that he wanted to. 3-2 is on the way here for SOS. He's looking at 2-1 for now, and there's only one upgrade at this point. He does have good upgrades, but no Storm, I think. He never got Storm. He only has the Archons, basically. So it's Archon, Chargelot, Stalker, and no. There's the Stormtroopers, but that's so late. He's already a Greater Spire and Ultralisks. Are you gonna are you sure that you can win with this SOS? It doesn't seem that that's the case. The only thing that Sarah is missing is a Nidus Canal, so you can throw down Niduses and pour Ultras through that. He does spot that this is still in the making, so he knows. You don't even have Storm yet, bro? So he's gonna go for an attack. It's a very Ling-heavy group of units, but it doesn't matter because he knows there's no Storm. Now Archons come in, of course Archons are gonna be amazing against Lings. But not against the Roaches and the Ravagers. Yeah, I think SOS is about to be broken here. He's trying to counterattack with a few Zealots, but he sees the Ultralisks even. He's like, nah, really? Nah, I don't think so. GG is gonna be called. Mind games. Yes, indeed, mind games. So Cyril does break him there. So let's check out a TVP, I guess. Ryang SS should be a good one. But I need to pee first, so stay tuned. I need to go pee first. It's like the smartest players from StarCraft 2 hitting each other. Like one is the crazy smartest and the other one is like the chess move. I know exactly what you're gonna do smartest, but that kind of makes me wonder. I think SOS has a huge edge in just like the the actual matchup if they try in the mind game against Ryang, because Ryang is a systematic ahead thinker and SOS is a chaotic entity. He isn't even a human. So yeah, it's gonna be a difficult. I think it's gonna be easier for SOS to try to predict what Ryang is gonna do than for Ryang to try to predict what SOS is gonna do. Is what I'm trying to get at. But yeah, So it's gonna be that, and I will go to the restroom real quick here. Small break. Mute. Alright, there we go. Let's head into this game. Boom, shakalaka, good to see you, brother. We're having a good time here with those classic OSTs. In the top left of 10,000 feet, it is Ryung. In the bottom right, it is SOS. Let's see how this one plays out. Are we gonna see a Reaper from Ryung? That's my biggest question, because that might be a crucial unit to have against SOS. Just get that scouting intel, right? You really want to have that scouting locked down. Gonna be the additional nexus. He's not gonna get blocked, of course. We'll scout with that probe, be a little bit pesky across, and we're actually going with an SCV? Oh no, he's only checking the surroundings for something weird, but yeah. Setting up his own base, there's the probe coming in. I'm actually not sure if this is an off timing or something, but yeah. So he did not make a Reaper, and Ryung is someone who likes to forgo the Reaper, and I was a little bit afraid of this, so now I give the edge to SOS again here. With the sneakiness of his strategies and his actual strategy choice. Like, a lot of the strategies from SOS are not efficient, and that inefficiency and off timing makes it crazily strong sometimes. But he also, like, not to say that he cannot play a standard game. He can play a standard game. He can play that powerful Zest style or Hero style or something, where you just go crazy gateway man on the map and just make like a lot of bases and a lot of gates and just keep on warping in and throwing Bulling Stalkers and Zealots at your opponent. Yeah, he can do that. He can play that. I've seen him, and it's really good. I've seen him do it. It's really good. So he can play a lot of styles. To a very high level, of course. Is a world champion. He should be. And this is gonna be one of the crazier games, it seems like. The probe already hiding here in the north. Throw down a pylon. Is this only going to be a gateway? Is this only going to be a pylon? The probe is going back, which is kind of fishy to me. This is a 3-gate commitment for now. There's no Twilight yet. Probe just hides a pylon for now. That's so funny. The Adept is checking the entrance here, looking for any movement from Ryang here. Ryang is trying to catch the Adept. Oh, how did that open? I'm pretty sure I did not hit control, but he doesn't really get it. So it's keeping this safe for now. He's gonna pull back here. Triple gate. Third nexus. No Twilight yet. Very unit heavy. No Twilight yet. Depth chase. Just checking the marine count. Doesn't really find much, but actually Ryang is hiding a bunch of marines behind this. Oh, the Phoenix is gonna see this. Okay, that's a good scout. So he needs to get that frickin' Twilight going ASAP, because there's no bunker, by the way, man. He's just winning this with 4 stalkers. Are you fucking kidding? Oh, sorry. Are you kidding me? He also has the Phoenix, I guess. It sees the 3rd command. So it's a 3 command center with triple barracks, right? And he's killing so many units right now. So many workers. Just with... He doesn't even take any damage. Look at that. It's micro. This is called micro, ladies and gentlemen. It's stutter stepping. He doesn't have blink. He's microing this. Target firing. Finally, something that can shoot the stalkers on the same range is coming in. He does not lose anything. Oh my god. A perfect game from SOS. Is this really what we're gonna see here? Killing Ryang, like... No! So he loses the Adept. He took damage. Can't believe it. He loses the Adept. He lost his first unit. But yeah, things are looking rosy here in SOS World in Protest Town, and he's throwing down immediately 5 more gates, a forge. He's going into charge. He's like, yeah man, I just killed 10 of your SCVs, I killed 9 of your marines, I basically threw a wrench into every gear that you have been working with, because Ryang tried to get ahead in the SCV count. Now he's down 10 SCVs. He tried to get ahead into the actual army count. Now he's down 11 or 9 marines or something. He's down. He's the same army supply. So yeah, man, this is not working out at all here for Ryang. And he's gonna make a gateway now. This is so funny, man. This is such a random dude. Okay. The Marine is gonna see this army, he sees the base. The only thing I guess SOS doesn't really have going for him is that 4th base. And the actual base count for Ryang is gonna be quite nice for him. With the CC going across right now. +1 is coming in against +1 armor here first from SOS. It's a little bit of an older style, with the Zealots being more well equipped to run into Marine fire. It's gonna help a lot with that. It's kind of counteracting +1. I guess not as much, but it is gonna be very good. Oops. There you go. Okay, so this is posturing for an attack. Can he break Ryang here? I think maybe yes. There's one bunker, but it's quite far behind. Ryang is not in position, and he will get caught here. A few units are isolated. No +1 required here for SOS potentially to just finish the game. He gets a bunch of the economy again. A full force field wall. Hello, Wings of Liberty. And he might be able to kill this base actually. Like, Ryang is having difficulties pushing out. And another weapon of Zealots. Oh my god. Ryang is trying to save the base. Now the Zealots coming for a big flank. A tank is gonna set up, but that's not equipped to deal with the Zealots. He needs to target the sentry and the stalker. It's basically the Zealots who are gonna kill Ryang here, and there SOS goes. Yeah, thank you so much for the follow. Oh boy, and that doesn't work out at all. Wow, so that's the first game between those two. Like, Ryang really getting manhandled by SOS there. That was crazy. Let's see how game 2 is gonna look. Okay, we do have this game. It's a best of 3, and SOS is in the lead with 1-0. Let's head into the game. In the bottom right position of Taita Citadel, we have Riang. In the top left, it is SOS. So let's see, Riang, are you gonna make a Reaper? It feels though like this last game, it wasn't really something where Riang did lack scouting intel. It was more about his map vision, it feels like. Maybe getting a bunker a little bit too greedy there in that front. He was trying to build on the momentum, and SOS kind of just showed how Protoss can build against that with making 4 Stalkers and just breaking your Marine countdown and your SCVs, which you have to fight with. Like the 3 gates, just enough gateway units. It's not that common to go 3 gates, right? You'll see way less gates way more frequently. Like a 2 gate in a blink or something. It was 3 gate into 3rd Nexus. That's the weird thing. Or maybe even the other way around. 3rd Nexus into 3 gates and then into that additional attack. Are we gonna see a Reaper? Oh, he's not making anything. Oh, this is Riang guy, man. So he wants the fastest command center follow-up after a barracks, and now he makes a Marine. This Riang guy. He's crazy. So this is gonna come in, he's gonna see this. Of course, there's no Marine to greet him. He's not gonna work on that base though. Will Chrono boost the Adept though? And he gets a tech lab on that barracks for the factory. So will he go into mech? No, there's the second barracks. I was wondering, like, get a Cyclone, go into mech. Oh, he's kind of... I wish he would just stop there. It's like a cool hiding spot, to be honest. Is he gonna go Cyclone? I think so, yeah, it should be a Cyclone. And there it is, the Cyclone Jack of all trades. The master of none in this matchup specifically. SOS again going into the 2 gates. Is he gonna just throw down another 3rd Nexus? So it was 2 gates into Nexus, right? Last game, I think. Is he gonna do the same thing again? And this is gonna work again. So he sets up another proxy pylon, just like last game. And he moves away the probe. So I think he's just gonna do the same thing. Don't fix it if it ain't broken, right? But this time there's gonna be a Cyclone, so that 4 Stalker hit squad is not gonna have such a nice time like it did last game. And yeah. He brings over the 1 Stalker and the 1 Adept. He's gonna warp in 3 Stalkers. And he's gonna set up a Nexus with that. And that's his pressure. It's like a pressure build, right? So you're pressuring while setting up a 3rd base super greedily. It's like a Zerg time. A PvZ time in 3rd base. Like the weird thing is, if you think about this, you could play this style in PvZ as well. You would have 4 Stalkers and an Adept to pressure the front, even though, like, you want to go... You're probably going to get overwhelmed with Lynx. But yeah, you see already the Adept's been killed. The Cyclone is going to lock onto those Stalkers, and they're not nearly going to have such a good time like they did last time. But it's still actually a lot of damage. Your 5 SCVs do go down. This time there's no 3rd CC with this, so SCVs are way more scarce than in last game. That full scout coming in again here. Starport is gonna start up. Triple barracks is already sitting nice here and starting their big old upgrades. So this is a very standard play from the town. It's gonna be a push on the 4th base from the Protoss usually. That's what it ends up to. And yeah. Like, it's not a big deal, I guess. And there's gonna be the tank push. The issue though is Riang gonna make the tanks at all? It doesn't seem like that's the case. So it's more of a bio-focused attack here. And it allows for a lot of flexibility. But that's about it. He finds the pylon though, which is nice for him. And his +1 is about to finish, so he will start to push very soon. The medivacs are gonna be there as well. Cyclone snipes that hallucination, but of course the full scout is already there. Doesn't really matter. And as is just warping in more and more units. He does have charge about to finish up, and he's going into that Dark Shrine this game, so it's a completely different game from our Protoss player here. Doesn't really do a good job in monitoring this army as I wanted to say, but then he has a Zealot on that watchtower, so I guess he does do a good job. I was more thinking about the hallucination trying to scouts, but yeah, Ryang does have no idea. Like, he doesn't even know where his opponent spawned. He has not been across the map yet at all. Oh no, oh no. Oh, he still misses it, but he has something in position. It's only a pylon though. And the boost is gonna come in. There's a cannon. Counteract this for now. That's gonna be it. So he's inside the main. Zealots are trying to deal with this. He's gonna warp in a few Stalkers. Well, he could have probably tried to do more damage. But there's the DTs, and there has to be the scans. Ah! The DT in the main, the DT in the natural. Ryang needed to pull out because he needed to deal with this first. He's gonna finish that turret, I think. But this DT, man, already killing 7 units here. 7 units, 6 of those SCVs. He's gonna hit one more SCV, maybe a second one doesn't get out of that surround. And man, the SS is not gonna kill him with the DTs, but they definitely did what they needed to do. They kept Ryang down in worker count, and unfortunately he was not able to deny this base. A 1 DT here over at that command center would have been insane. Oh, look at this guy, man. He's even gonna cannon this place up. It's like 2 shield batteries, 2 cannons, and a gold base. Let's go. Oh, he catches the medivac. Blink isn't even done, right? He went into charge first. Blink is done now. He will temporarily deny that +1 attack though, which is gonna be nice. But he's gonna keep the medivac alive as well, so at least that. But things are not looking rosy here for our Terran, and he needs to find that base. Oh, he's gonna have that marine scouting here. No! It turns! Oh no. Oh, it will find the probe drill though. It will find the probe drill though. Yes, so he sees the probes. That's the moment where he realizes, hey, there's a base. Oh, what? Yes, insane. It's cannoned up. Look at that. Ryang was skipping SCVs for a long time. Wasn't really macroing those out very well, and well, his income is kind of paying for that, right? This is the DT spike, and then is where he come back with the mules, but he doesn't really have that many SCVs. He didn't really remake enough. The medivac is gonna get killed, but he will be able to kill this base potentially. Is there gonna be a recall? Yes, so SOS is gonna recall. It's trying to save this. Is this gonna be enough units though? Widow mines have been set up. Zealot frontline getting decimated. The pylon wasn't killed. That's a little bit of a mistake in my opinion, because there's only 1 pylon, so if you deny the reinforcement warp in, right, you might be able to overpower. Now in the end, SOS brings enough units to keep that base safe, and Ryang is getting pushed back here, all the way back into his own natural base. So this is not really working out well for him. SOS going into Colossus now. Looks very good in that matchup here. PvT. It didn't look that great in PvZ, to be honest, but it looks really good in this matchup. There's the armory coming in for the second engineering bay here. The 2-2, unfortunately, is going to be a little bit too late. And there's that push in from the Zealous. Double Widow Mine is going to deny the entry for now, though. But SS doesn't really need to enter the base. He has the big income advantage now with the gold base here running. He's even pulling away probes because he already was oversaturated quite a bit and needs them over here in this other base. He can go into additional geysers if he wants to right now, or just use that income to set up a couple more bases and then spread out his probes a little bit more. Yeah, 72 probes could make up to 80. Sometimes even 90, but then he would need a lot more gateways. He's only sitting on 9 right now, 2 robos though. This is fine for SOS. He doesn't really need to go real crazy right now. He has the money though. I mean, look at the bank, it's at 1800. You're just warping in 9 more zealots and still has 1000 minerals left, so maybe you want to add a few more gates if you want to play this gateway centric. And maybe you want to start your additional upgrades here as SOS. He's setting up a huge counter-attack, but there's a double Widow Mine with a really cute defended bunker setup, so this is gonna be a lot of damage on the zealots, and they are not gonna be able to break this one. On the other side also, the attack is not coming through, so Riang will be safe for now, and he has his 4th base coming up here. As long as he doesn't get broken, he doesn't lose the game, right? And the gold base advantage eventually is gonna fade away. Like, SOS is not gonna get a good tempo advantage right now. He's not really generating a lot of kind of win conditions for him in this game. He is, though, like growing. He is outgrowing by a mile right now, and he could go into further tech, but he's only utilizing Colossus range and Colossus right now, and the Disruptor's coming up here. Definitely want to start that 3-3. We'll throw down for a few more gateways here. He's gonna go into the deep link. And meanwhile, he's just gonna poke a little bit. He will throw a few disruption novas. But eventually, yeah, you want to go into that lip ghost composition here, and that's already starting up for Riang right now. He does have already 2 starports working here. He does have a few turrets to create a turret ring and a mine set up against those. God, SOS is so funny against those war prisms, but yeah. See that DT doesn't have blink yet, but there's the army coming. See the army? See the army? It's way bigger. Oh no, he force fields himself out. Look at those zealots, man. So he force fields his own zealots out. I'm not sure why he did do those force fields. He tried to block in the army, but he blocked his own attack, unfortunately. And yeah, look at that. Like, the fuck, man. He just makes a nexus way behind this. Like, makes a nexus here, or why don't you make it? I guess there's the stuff, but why don't you take the nexus and make the cannons and things over here like this? He's so funny, man. This is like, alright, man, let's play battle cruisers against Tempest. This is my position. Tempest carrier, I'm ready. Are you? Where's your turret ring? Cluster, whatever. Oh god, his knives are sensitive turret, immediately gonna be replaced here by Riang. He needs that vision, he knows that. This is so SOS, man, it's so funny. He's such a funny guy. Like his bases, yeah, he gets a couple cannons, he gets like a shield battery. This weird spot, he cannon rushes this location before it's gonna be taken. Riang has so many Widow Mines randomly placed across the map. I really would have loved to see them drilling claws to permanently cloak them, because SOS hasn't really been using any observers at all. He has none, in fact. So there's no vision for those. Riang scans his base, is gonna be like, man, it's already mined out almost. And then he needs to scan another time for that DT. Big clash here as well in the center. Riang does take the fight on the left, but on the right side, or the center right, things are looking way better here for SOS. He started to push in a little bit, but I feel like his unit count is gonna deplete very soon here. The SCVs are gonna fight as well. Landed Vikings are actually very powerful. Need to be quite careful with that. Cannot underestimate those, but in the end, the space will be pushed away. SOS is target firing the orbital command. He will kill it. So that's a little bit of a disaster for Ryang actually. He needed to keep that alive because he doesn't really have that many access commands to this. He has one additional one just finished up, which he's just gonna use very conveniently here right now. But of course, I mean, this is so funny. It's like the most protected gateway I've ever seen. I don't think Ryang is ever gonna see that, by the way. We'll check that later. Now, the attack coming in here. So S is gonna pull out. He might have had an opportunity to keep on fighting. In the end, though, not gonna do it. I guess he will only deny the base. We'll kill that turret. Is Ryang ever gonna scout this? I wonder. So he will repair that command center. +3 is done now here for our Terran player. And SOS, by the way, he did kill this base with GG's. Ryang is gonna GG, he never saw it. Let's go back to the game. Okay, pause. We're gonna check this, but he never saw this. He hasn't even seen this setup. Like, let's count the money. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. 9.5, 9.05 I guess, and then 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, that's 300, 600, 700, 50, 700, 850, 900, and 900 is 1800 minerals. Crazy game. Damn, we got raided, Bomeo. Yeah, thank you so much for the raid, brother. Welcome everybody, hope you're gonna have some fun time here. Been just working on that SOS against Ryang series. SOS just took that series. Been casting some Home Story Cup here. If you haven't seen those games yet, please make sure to keep on watching. But that was good. That was a lot of fun in that group. So let's see a different group. Let's see. See this group. Hmm? I think we're gonna take a look at Gabe, Hero Marine against Elazer. That's really something I want to see. I want to see some TVZ from Hero Marine. It's a really cool player. Probably one of the coolest players, to be honest. Maybe even the coolest. Super chillax, very nice guy, and insanely powerful Terran. Was very successful, like, I don't know, like 3 years ago-ish? He really had some insane results. He was 4th. Round of 4 at a World Championship. That was his best result in the IM at Katowice at the time. Yeah, might be even 4 years ago or something. But he had a crazy peak. And everybody was kind of surprised and everybody was sleeping on this guy. So a lot of fun from him. Let's see if we can bring the fun in this series as well here. In the bottom left we have Hero Marine still playing for Team Mouse, and in the top right we've got Elazer, the Polish Zerg. I think he still plays for Team Liquid if I'm not mistaken. So Elazer still being on Team Liquid there, and yeah, Hero Marine of course for Team Mouse Esports or Mouse Sports. Mouse Sports, they've rebranded like a tiny part of the name for several times, so I'm not exactly sure. Mouse Sports, I think, is the last one that I knew, at least. But yeah, Elaser gasless. Okay. Gasless for now. This is gonna be the Polish gambit in TVZ or ZVT. Usually it's a ZVP strategy. There's the gas. So very delayed here. Well, I guess the pool might have been quite fast. Definitely playing his own style, Elaser, and Elaser has like his peak. Let's talk about his peak. That was when BlizzCon was still a thing. I think he made a round of 4 at a BlizzCon as well. So he also peaked basically into the same heights as Hero Marine did, but he did not peak into the same era. He peaked way before Hero Marine, did have his own peak, and he had kind of the same peak though. And then he fell off as well, and he has been off for quite a while at this point. Like, you don't see Elaser make deep runs in any tournament anymore at all. He's always a strong Zerg, he's always a good Zerg, but he simply doesn't have those runs anymore. He's also not the grindiest player, so I haven't seen too many of his games. He's been probably doing a lot of stuff on the side as well, I'm not sure. But yeah, let's see how he's gonna perform in this Home Story Cup, of course. He's always gonna be a strong player. He's never gonna be weak. He makes for a lot of action-packed games. So I'm gonna be hoping to see one of those. He likes Lair games though. And with the Spire change, yeah man, I could see a 2-base Spire. This is gonna be, I said he likes Lair. It's gonna be Lair. It could be a Nidus. This is so early. It could be a Nidus all in, Queen Nidus. It could be a drop, Queen drop with Dropper Lords. And on the other side, of course, Big Gabe going for the 3cc here with a Banshee and Hellion. Doesn't really have the Hellion production though, which is kind of funny. He uses that factory to actually produce the add-on right now, and he just makes Marine, so he's gonna go Marine Banshee, if that makes sense. But there's the Roach one. Okay, so this really could be one of those Nidus plays. Yeah, he does go into Overlord movement speed. Okay, looks a little bit more like German Taxi then. He does have the Overseer and he reveals the Overseer. That's a little bit of a weird thing to me. And Gabe is like, oh, you already have an Overseer? I guess you're gonna Queen drop me then, aren't you? He still makes drones. He goes up to all 4 geysers? Oh, is he really gonna Queen drop? He doesn't have any tech structure. Like, he made an Overseer with Overlord speed. He didn't lose anything yet. He doesn't have anything that profits from the lair than this guy. Like, this is his lair tech, and now it's dead. That's what he made that, like, minute 2 lair for. At 5 drones at the natural. And now we're gonna get that drop Overlord. So let's see what he wants to do with this. I'm kind of guessing a Queen drop. He guesses a few queens. He has 3 right now over here. They don't really have too much energy though. But yeah, he'll just bring them to fight the Banshees. And this might be a fake. But with a laser you never know. For now he's pushing. The Ravagers are gonna be spotted. The Banshee sees this. The Banshee's gonna see that Overlord as well. Big Gabe is already throwing down a bunker. He's a tank. I don't think you can do this. Like, if you hit a tank, you hit a brick wall. And Elaser is kind of building on this being Hellion Banshee, but what Gabe is playing is just Mass Marine and tank. So he has actually a formidable army to fight back. And yeah, I mean, Elaser probably should just turn around, try to keep Big Gabe from taking his third, but he's gonna try to bust down the tank. But there's the second tank already reinforcing. Gabe needs to siege it up a little bit behind. He doesn't have stim, and the Banshee has cloak, so there's no Overseer. The Overseer was killed earlier. And this is an easy defense. Wow, what an easy defense. So Gabe just keeps everything. He just throws a few more barracks down. I mean, he loses a tank, and why does he lift this again? He's probably a little bit afraid the second push is gonna be a little bit too much for him to handle, but he could be mining from that base, honestly. It's not like Eleza is trying to attack that other base. No stim, of course, so stim has been delayed. 1-1 is coming in, and with no stim, this actually looks like a little bit more difficult to hold now. The Banshee, though, seems kind of unkillable. Finally, the Overseer comes in, oh man, and the Banshee is gonna be basically dealt with. So it's still kind of working on the reinforcements, but that it's not gonna do that much in the fight here. Queen's trying to chase that one down. Laser again trying to break this down, but if he doesn't break it, he's gonna lose because he doesn't have anything behind this, right? He's sitting at 41 drones, he only has a Roach Ravager. Didn't even kill the Banshee yet. Finally he gets rid of that one. Oh man, that took so long. Gabe is even pushing out. He does have stim in 10 seconds, and that's where the battle is gonna swing quite heavily. He's still making those tanks, he's making marauders now. And stim is done, he has medivacs already, and there we go. Stim the win. No concussive yet though, so he can't catch the units trying to retreat as good as he want to, but I mean, he's still doing fine here. And Eleza is still not making drones. He's now starting his roach speed, and he might have forgotten that. He had the lair for so long. He should have gotten roach speed way early. I mean, it affects his reinforcement speed, right? His fighting power. He has creep here, so it's not that bad. But it could have been way better. And there's gonna be 1-1. Finishing up, I think, as well as finishing up the game here very soon. Gabe is still having trouble cleaning this up, but in the end, everything falls apart here for Eleza. Big Gabe does take the first one. Gabe against Eleza. Let's go into game number 2. See if Eleza can do something magic. But so far this man is in the lead here. In the bottom left it is Mouse Hero Marine, and in the top left we do have Team Liquid's Eleza. Struggling. So what's the build gonna be here? He will cancel the Overlord and he will go into that very early hatchery on 15 out of 14. Big Gabe, is he gonna go for a Command Center first? I was kind of feeling this, and it seems like the answer is yes. Yep, there's gonna be a CC first. There's the pool. So this should match up quite nice for Hero Marine, but that early hatchery should also be okay for Eleza. There's gonna be that barracks. It would be kinda crazy to go 3 CC before anything. But yeah, I'm not gonna see that out of Gabe, I guess. There's the third CC. It is still a very greedy third. With no gas, only a barracks. It might be too greedy. Against a player like Eleza, who has shown that he wants to go all in already on the first map, and who is known to be one of the most aggressive players. Gabe is just gambling here a little bit. I don't think it's It might be just him trying to have fun, you know. There again, that super fast layer, 2 minute 20 kind of when it starts. And I wonder what we're gonna see with that layer. Like last time it was the Roach Warren with no, like the Overseer. That was the unit that was utilized. So, I'm not sure if that's really what you're looking for. He's again going into the Roach Warren. Is this the same build? I hope he does get Roach speed this time though. Kind of holding our breath here and hoping for the magical moment there for Elazer, the revelation that he does indeed remember the key on his keyboard for that upgrade, because that could have actually made a big difference. Maybe with speed he can break Hero Marine because his reinforcements are faster, his engagements are faster. Just like speed is such a good upgrade. He does lose almost the Overseer before it goes in and does the scout. He does get the speed again, and he will reveal this again. You don't want to lose this, actually. You want to keep this alive against the Banshee, right? The Cloaked Banshee, you remember from the early game, or earlier game. That's gonna be not back, but that's what you wanted to counterplay. No. Hero Marine says, screw that, man. I only make barracks this game. Oh, there's a factory, actually. There's one factory. So he goes up to 5 barracks and 1 factory. Stim is gonna finish up here. The Overseer sees all of this, like, you tricky little German. And this time we do have Roach speed. Okay, and he goes even for more drones than he did last game. So he's not going at 41 drone all in. He's gonna play a little bit of a different style here. Let's see what exactly is gonna be in the cards here for our Zerg player. But he has all the scouting into... Oh, he goes into an infestation pit, he goes into an evolution chamber. Is he gonna make infestors for fungals? Are we gonna see a Baneling nest? I don't think so. We've got the Roach one, right? So no Link Bane composition. 11 more drones, so Elazer's droning this up. And Hero Marine is kind of powering up right now. He's gonna have that starport, it's gonna swap for the factory. He doesn't have a wall, by the way, this could be an issue eventually. You know, I've seen crazier things. Oh, he stims. Oh, and the medevac production does get delayed. Wow. It does kill the Overseer, but not until now. 3 infestors, they will be in vision. Oh my god, no. It just runs out. Can't believe it. So he does not see the infestors. And this could be an issue. Getting fungal, 3 fungals is more than you need to kill this army. I mean, the medevacs aren't even out yet. Oh, this is such a good delay here from Elazer. It looks so nice, so fine. Hero Marine throwing this barracks wall down here, kind of. It's gonna be beneficial eventually, and he still doesn't have this wall. Finally, the first medevacs are getting across the map. So you will be able to start trading here. Now he sees the infestors. He's gonna get fungal. The split was a little bit too big on this group, I feel like. Ling, Ravager, Roach are gonna deal with this, with the infestors. He's even gonna try to buy the medevacs. It's not gonna work though. Gabe a little bit too swift for that one with the turn. Well, there's your hive coming in. A hive from Eleza, ladies and gentlemen. And he is going into a 4th base, which is finished up. He does have so many infestors. How many is he working with? 4 infestors. Okay, so that was all of them. He's going into Burrow, he's going into Ling upgrades, he's going into that Carapace. Does he have a Baneling nest already? No, it's something he should fix. Because this is something that's gonna be needed eventually. Or he wants to play only Lings as a tank, kind of. But he goes into that melee upgrade, so I guess he wants to play Ling Bane-ish? No? Just playing Ling for now. With that Roger army that he made from before. That's a nice fungal here, but it's not enough units to follow this up for now. In the end though, the second fungal is gonna be enough here, and he will be broken, that Hero Marine will be. Do see Adrenal upgrade on the way, and Ultra is Insta-Ultra, so no Bane Ultra. It's crazy, Zerg. Big Ape is trying to get across the map though. 2 tanks. If set up, yeah, he's gonna have an upper edge in that fight, but he can't really move if he has to siege all the time, right? So, in the end, the Ultralisk will be there. And, like, the funny thing is, in this game, like, you could SCV pull in this game. But he doesn't know that. There's no Banes, right? You never know when the Banes are coming. If they are coming. So he could, like, SCV pull and win the game like that, but not with the Ultralisks out here very soon. Where he does see the Infestors moving in with that scan. It's a decent fungal, a good fungal there on the left. Some nice bites to share there on the tank. Also has a few Lings killing these SCVs over here. And that's actually a little bit more damage than it should have happened. Another nice fungal here on the Marines trying to push in. Biles on the tank. The laser delaying perfectly. Finally the Ultralisks are out. And we're starting to push this back. No chitinous plating yet though, so they will melt. But they also deal a lot of damage. We do see a big fungal. Oh! And 1 Ultra coming in. A lot of damage on the bio there. The fungal and the Ultralisk splash. Now this is looking better and better for the laser, and again he killed so many workers here on that 3rd base. These Lings are having a field day, of course, with Adrenal upgrade being very, very powerful right now. And oh, if he could catch all of these medevacs, man. He's gonna catch the tanks though, man. Hero Marine is falling apart. He's getting pushed back right now. He doesn't have any anchor points though to fall back onto. He doesn't have a planetary. The orbital is burning down. These 3 barracks are producing add-ons right now. There's a whole gap into that into the natural wall. There's, yeah, everything's falling apart. So he's gonna GG, and Eleza takes a game against the big game. Yoshi Battery, good to see you. Hello, hello, Maori. Okay, for the laser. Let's go into game number 3 here. 1-1 situation. You know what they say? 3rd time's the charm. Set up that score. And see who's gonna win this best of 3 here between Hero Marine on the bottom right on Ruby Rock, and on the top left it's Eleza. Eleza has always been a good tournament performer, but he never has been the best ladder player, for example. He's strong, of course, but his strengths are definitely in like a best of series. As an aggressive player, it just works in his favor so many times, and he has some good, very smart mind games. Eleza is actually a very smart person. Like, he's amongst the pro gamers, I think, that are playing online chess. I think he's the highest ranked. Like, he has very good MMR. A very smart guy. Now again, this game, we're gonna get a Reaper finally here from Hero Marines. He's not going for that Marine, not going for a greedy opening. It's a very standard play by him so far. And that should be more than enough here to deal with the laser, I think, right? But you never know, man, with this guy. Is he gonna go for that 2-minute 30 layer again? It's about now. He has his 5 drones. There we go, man. He's really going into that lair every time. It's insane. And it doesn't really matter, it seems. Always going lair before anything. Like, he gets a queen and then he gets a lair. I guess he gets 2 queens and then he gets the lair. And there we see the triple CC. He just opens up the like options for himself, right? So he can go into that drop play. He could go into Aspire. He can go into a fast roach speed. He could go into fast veiling speed. He just opens up options for himself. It's kind of cool to see, but you rarely see these kind of games, right? Kind of plays. And again, there's that Roach Warren. So he does seem to go for the same build again and again. He goes into Overlord speed now, and he's probably more of an Overseer and just get that scouting intel. On the other hand, Hero Marine playing the super stock standard style in this game. With, yeah, basically Starport, Banshee, Hellion, 3, how's it called, command centers. Very, very straightforward here. Oh, he's making a Viking, so no Banshees for now. He does get the tech lab though, but didn't get it fast enough, so he will cancel the Viking and go for a Liberator now. I think it's because he sees the speed on the Overlords. It's like, yeah, you're not gonna catch the Overlords. Especially not the Overseers, so he just rethinks, says, alright, we have to go with that Liberator. It's gonna do better for us. And he will start tank production already, so very early tank production, only 4 Hellions. Definitely a little bit of a more rare thing to see. Can he get a cancel on this one? I don't think he should be able to. But Elazer, what does he have? He has a queen right now. Oh, you could kill the queens. Hero Marine is trying very hard to deal so much damage to that base, but in the end it stays alive. Liberator coming in for the harassment. Hasn't really killed anything. The queen does fall, and now he just re-sieges, and the bile cooldown is ready again, so he can just do this for days. He's coming in with the Hellions as well. Oh, this game is falling apart here for Zerg player, I feel like. This is not what it should be. He has no mining in the main, he has no mining at the natural, he has no mining at the third really. There's only a few drones, and the Hellions, they can just walk in here right now. There's nothing. There's one queen. He does kill him with the drones, I guess. Look at that, man. The Liberator's still alive, still kicking, still shooting drones. 12 drones do fall here in this whole sequence. 1-1 on the way here for biggest of Gapes. We do have the 5 racks coming on. There's gonna be the Starport producing its own reactor here. Don't see this every day, but sometimes we do. Now the momentum is in Hero Marine's court, and he is gonna go and drop some Marines, but he does have a very late stim. And there's already Infestors on the way, so the tech advantage kind of goes to a laser here. I mean, it has to, right? He had that 2-minute, 20-second lair. It's basically a tech game. Ah, there's the fungi. Remember, you cannot pick up the units if they are fungal. They won't die necessarily if there's nothing to kill them on the ground, but you simply can't pick them up, so you can't really disengage with the medevac yet. And there is the Hive. 4 bases, not even finished up. Hive incoming. Hive starts before Stim finishes here. Such a fast Hive this time. Marine doesn't know this is happening. He waits for Stim. He's gonna come in. He sees the Hive. He's gonna be like, yes, this is just a laser things. He does kill the Queen. He kills 3 drones. Might get the Overlord. Doesn't get it actually. And he has to pick up and run because the defenses are gonna be in place now. Hero Marine is like, oh man, you're gonna go Hive. Let's go push across the map. He's setting up the 2nd factory. He's setting up the 4th command center. He's like, yeah man. Look at my army, like he's showing it off. He sees the changeling in there, look at my army. I don't have combat shields, but I don't need them. I can stim, I have 1-1, I have 5 tanks. Deal with it. Like, it's so much firepower right now. Deal with it. There is the Bilers, what are they called? Frickin' Ravagers, of course, so he will eventually deal with the tanks. Heroman could move a little bit more forward with the tanks. So far, the bio is really the issue here. There's the Gander drop in the main, killing another 9 drones here. And yeah, things are not working well for the Zerg play. He does get rid of this army, but he does lose the base. So he will GG. And there we go. It's a nice result here for Hero Marine. Okay, so what are we gonna look next? Or watch next? Let's see some Clem. Let's see some Clem. A laser Clem, there we go. Let's watch that. Some laser against the Clemont. Some French against Polish. I think that's the real thing where you should watch as a German, you know. You should just always watch other nations, your neighbors, hit each other. Just as much more fun. Elasa did look good in his Hive game. Let's get into this next game here. In the bottom right of Ruby Rock you do have a laser, in the top left it is Liquid's Clam. Now Clem, of course, is gonna be all eyes on him. The almost world champion one of the former world champion from last year. Managed to beat Cyril on that big stage. Didn't work out like it did last year and this year. Or I guess 2 years ago at this point. And of course there's no Esports World Cup anymore for StarCraft 2. So Cyril might have gotten the last there and the last one. And we did have Classic, of course, in the finals last time. And let's see if Elazer also goes into that 2-minute 20-second lair against Clem. Like, this is a Gabe-specific strategy that he has kind of made his own there in that last in the last few maps there, or is this actually his style? It feels like such a big investment, right? He's making so fast, such a fast lair. What does he get out of it? This is an Overseer. He gets Overload Speed and an Overseer. The Overload Speed, you don't even need the lair, right? You can make it on Hive. On Hatch Tech. Then he gets the frickin'... Oh, do we need the lair? I can't even remember. I feel like he started it before the lair earlier. There's the Reaper though, this time it's a Clem Reaper, not a Hero Marine Reaper. No, so sorry Hero Marine, but of course you're not a Clem, and you know this, and that's fine. So he snipes a drone, of course, because it's a Clem Reaper, and then he goes away, and he's gonna be ready for that Creep Tumor later on. Might actually jump into the main base and do some shenanigans over there. But he's coming from the high ground to snipe that Creep Tumor. Didn't work out though, with some nice anticipation here from Elazer. So the creep is gonna be spread. There's the swap around, the 3rd CC, the starport. This is not gonna be cloaked because there's no second gas very early, like before the 3rd CC. The second gas only starting now here. And that means, of course, that this is just cloakless banshees. You could do like a liberator. You can do that. You could do Viking as well, but why would you against Overlord Speed? Laser is still droning very heavily. He's getting that Roach Warren again. What a guy, man. Plays the same style. He has the lair, of course, done at this point. And he gets the Overseer to scout. So that's his style, right? Apparently, I guess he feels like he really needs that Overlord scout or Overseer scout super early to deal with the shenanigans that could happen. Ooh. From the Terran, man. Evolution Chamber. Okay, so he might go into a little bit of a longer game, yeah. This Clem guy is OP. He definitely is. You're not wrong. Certainly not wrong. Banshee is gonna kill a couple of drones here. There's the Overseer coming in though, but he doesn't need it because, I mean, there's no cloak, right? We know this, Elazer doesn't know it, but he should have known this because he saw the timing on that command center, so... this is a bad rally, by the way. There's another one. The Hellion and Reaper also diving in right now. Things are starting to fall apart here. The Banshee gets more and more kills. Hellion Reaper also did kill quite a few of those drones, 9 drones to fall in total. In the end, everything gets defended, but he also loses 2 Overlords in the process. 10 drones and 2 Overlords, just in a moment here for 2 Hellions and the Reaper. What a trade here for Clem again. Making a laser fall apart, kind of unnecessary. Like, there was no reason to fall apart for laser. That was very straightforward. Oh my god. For a second I thought it was a rally again, but it is that this is the last one that got rallied into the front. It's the Overseer, actually. That's gonna get picked off. Oh no, the Ferrari does go away. He does manage to escape. But there's a Clem push. It's a small Clem push though, but it's gonna have Stim. It's gonna have 2 Medivacs, it's gonna have 2 tanks. There is Ravagers though, and that's one of the things that Laser has been constantly doing. He has been constantly biling the tanks, and that very good on top of that. There's the first bite, but this time Clem is kind of just tanking for the tanks with his Marines. There's the double fungal though, and it does deal so much damage. 50 on top in total, with a Stimmed Marine being on 35. Well, you're just dead. There's no wiggling out of that. You can't get into the medevac. Remember there was a time where the Marines would take damage from the fungal, like you could still load them up, but you would take damage inside the medevac. There's the 4th base though. Clem is just setting up perfectly nice behind this, and we do see a Hive coming here for Elazer. So Elazer's gonna try to play a little bit of a longer game. He says, alright, I probably can't beat you in the mid game, even though this is Elazer's strong suit, the mid game. That's the moment. Oh yeah, man. The double tank drop. But they won't be picked up. Now we've seen it all. Double tank drop here. Love to see the addition of Infestors here as well. There's a Banshee trying to harass its way in. That's the Banshee from the early game, by the way. Got repaired up. Drilling Claws coming in. Clem, the explosion of barracks, and then we do have the Ultralisk Cavern on the way for Elazer. His armor upgrades are kind of late. He only has +1, so that's not going to be good for the Ultralisks, and he will have a difficult time. The Fungals, though, until that point, have to be key here, basically. That's what he needs to do. Oh, you need to get Neural against this, I think. Yo, that's what you need to do. Bro, I solved this for you, Elazer. You need to get Neural, and then you wait until you Fungal, and then you wait until they pick up, and try to run away, and then you Neural one of the medevacs, and then you just bile it down, and you get a full medevac for free, for like a spell, right? Sick. Okay, I solved this for Elazer. I know his weakness. How to deal with the medevacs. Man, that Banshee, it's so crazy. 6 kills, 2 of those Infestors. Such a sick dude. What a guy. Clem, can he break the space? Elazer's trying his damnedest to keep that safe, but he's bleeding an army, basically, and then he still loses the base. The Infestors are out of energy. He only has 1 left. Carapace finishing after the fight is lost. The last 3 units remain and they get Carapace, but GG is gonna be called. Clem, let's take the first map. Swift and sound here. Easy peasy. Look at this cheater. Definitely. Clem up 1-0. Let's get into the next one. In the bottom right we've got Elazer, and in the top left we have Clem up 1-0. And we're gonna see another fast game like the last one. It did go into the mid game, and Elazer did have, like, he did have something, right? He did have that he did have that, oops, Hive, okay? And he went into Ultras, they just didn't do much yet, the Ultras. They didn't have the Carapace upgrades, he had the upgrades after the fight. What are we gonna see this game? Is Clem gonna try to pull a fast one? Can also always happen. Never know. Are we gonna see the blue frame Hellion drop build? Are we gonna see like a crazy composition or something? Yeah. Alright, so we're back here. Clem is gonna try to push in again here with the Reaper and Hellion. Is it gonna work as well as it did last game? I don't think it will. It will actually kill a lot of drones again. Oh my god, man. Like, Laser's having so much trouble dealing with this. Look at this. Look at how much damage this is. And he's gonna come back into the natural again. He's gonna be there. He's gonna shoot one more drone and he will walk away. Look at this guy just walk away. Yeah. He just walked away. What a crazy game so far here. Again, dealing a lot of damage. 8 drones for a Reaper and a Hellion. That's crazy, you didn't even need the Banshee. So he lands the 30C, he's gonna take that forward position, of course. There's a delay on the on the starport production. It's funny, he did get one medevac out. One medevac, of course, not gonna be enough for a double drop. There's gonna be the double evolution chamber here from a laser. And he's gonna go again with Roach and Festa. So this is really the style he likes to play against Terran, it seems. And it can work, of course. I mean, it's a powerful style. With Biles and stuff. Getting that Hellion to scout again. Honestly, I would have loved to see that just be healed up, transformed into a Hellbat, and like chill at home. Like here or somewhere, or like in this Nuck, you know, as a anti-Ling defense mechanism. It's always nice to have those. Clem with a double drop now. Needs to be careful though. If you get caught by the Infestors, of course, then you cannot do this. You cannot evade the damage from the Roaches. There's a second factory, so he will play again a tank heavy style here, going into his additional barracks. 1-1 is halfway done, should probably, I mean the +1 damage is actually quite far ahead, so he wants to start that armory very soon. Wants to keep that damage going as fast as possible. Concussive shells on the way here. We do have the 1-1 upgrades coming in for a laser as well, who is also going into a hive right now again. So he's been a staple of his play, trying to get into that hive. There's gonna be that fungal, only hitting the medevacs unfortunately, so just a little bit of damage. Honestly, I feel like a few things, you know, that could be great is, as I said, that if he gets the fungal, of course he can kill the Marines, which is really what he wants. Honestly, like, get the neural. Get the neural so he can bile down that medevac. And then you're getting to get all the Marines inside as well. It's that simple. Or just try to grind down with like one Viper. He's gonna get the hive now. And if he makes like one Viper, he's gonna be my hero and starts to throw down some parasitic bombs. Just like whenever medevacs come in, throw one and just bring the Viper back home. You don't really need to more. It's gonna be like a hero unit. And eventually it will grind down the medevacs. And finally the doors have been opened here, so the Zerg clusters are bled out. The tank structures are not anymore, and the map is open. Oh, that's a nice scout here for a laser. Sees the triple drop move through with the Ling very early there. Infestors are gonna kind of detour this group of medevacs. We'll still lose a little bit of creep, but that's fine. But this triple drop, I don't think Clem saw that it was scouted so easily, and he's gonna be wondering himself, like, why are you in position? But yeah, man, the whole army of the Zerg is here. He has enough to fight this off very easily, and that drop completely got to shut it down. Now we do have a counterattack here as well on that base, but only +1 on those Lings. No Adrenaline yet finished up, no +2 finished up. So they are a little bit weak there against the 1-1 SUVs, or I guess only +1 SUVs. Since the SUVs don't benefit from armor upgrades, of course. Man, this Clem is stacking tanks. He's also getting the fusion core. He's getting that second starport as well. I think it's here. And he will go into that lip with the lip range. I hope he gets the medevac energy first, and then the lip range. I feel like it's such a good upgrade. You should always get that first, honestly. It's really, really good. Like, you can... Basically, once you have that, you can skimp on it, on medevac production. And the earlier you get it, of course, well, the less medevacs you have to make. Excuse me. It's really good. More and more command centers coming in here. Atosa Loeb is gonna oversee those. Clem is trying to push around a little bit here. Trying to drop here and there, see what he can find. Doesn't really find anything with this medevac. Gonna run away. He found a few Lings. Or did the Lings find him? Now that's a big fungal, and the Ultralisk is gonna catch these units as well. Oh, 3 Marauders do survive. They do get picked up. Wow, Clem not letting those die. We do have Chitinous Plating already done. Now 3/3 upgrades are gonna come. Finally, the game is shaping up into a state that Eleza is actually gonna be very happy about. Too bad Dark retired. Well, Dark is gonna be back very soon. Don't you worry, don't you worry. He had to go to military, he couldn't put that off any longer, and of course he is not able or allowed to earn any money while he's in the military service, so that's why the pro gamers have to retire for a year and a half. And he will be back this year. So yeah, stay tuned. There will be more Dark. He already announced that he's gonna come back. He already has been playing a little bit and stuff on the ladder, so if you follow his Twitter, he's like posting about StarCraft every week or something. In English even. Now that's gonna get an easy shutdown here, even making one additional spore, so pretty good defense against those Liberators there. And that's a nice fungal, but the base will be killed. Is this Pold or is this Clem? Is this Pold or is this Clem? Sacrificing an army for a Nexus. Now Eleza has a humongous army. He has so many links, he doesn't really have that many Banes, he doesn't have Bane speed, he has 80 links, he loses 10, he makes 20 more. And he's about to hit 3/3, so his upgrades are actually better right now than the ones from Clem. That's a little bit insane, but he will be a little bit slower to the +3 carapace over the +3 attack from Clem. So there might be a tiny window for Clem, but that won't really be mattering because I don't see an attack hitting right now with this finishing up, and Eleza isn't that far behind. And he's starting to accumulate a lot of Overseers, so he will start to throw down these mass changelings. And I like this, shoot him down with the AoE. Chew away with the AoE. Oh my god! The Widow Mine Rain! Oh man, he has so many mines, so he went completely out of the tank production, is fully into mine production right now. Those Widow Mines, oh boy. He has so many. Oh, they're so good against the Overseers. Oh, he loses the Infestus, no, Eleza! Control error there, he needs to remake those Infestus, he cannot be losing them. He is at 3/3 though, his upgrades are impeccable right now, the Ultras are fully upgraded, 7 armor, speed upgrade, 44 damage on their Kaiser Blades. Wow. And there is the deny on this base. It's even gonna be killed. Eleza is also gonna get wrecked here on the right side. Maybe he can save this one. It's a lot of Marauders, so they might just focus down the base and go back home, and that's insane. Exactly what they do. No, they don't go home. They go for more hunting inside the main of the Zerg. Can he shoot down that Ultralisk? Only if he's unloaded already. Now we do see the Liberator setting up here to deny this base, and Clem is starting to deny a lot of the mining here from Eleza. Eleza has the Macro Hatch in an interesting position, so he can keep on mining here, which is funny. It's a tiny bit of long distance, but not too much. I like this actually, it's a really smart play. Very cerebral again. But he has difficulties pushing back the army on the right. He finally gets rid of that drop here in the bottom left, but he has an army hitting his hive. Please transfuse it! Queen! Transfuse the hive, don't shoot at the Marines! Oh, Queen! Oh no. Now Eleza is hitting this army here, and he's kind of... I think Clem is just toying with him right now. I mean, he's shooting down an Evolution Chamber, and he's actually healing the Evolution Chamber. This is like... this is just force of will. Like, he knows he's at 3/3, so he can only make one upgrade anyways, which is range attack. And Eleza knows the same thing, but he's just like, oh, I'm gonna kill your Evolution Chamber. And, because I've got nothing to shoot at anyways, right? Oh, if he can catch the Spire, man, that would be amazing. He's not gonna get it. Is he gonna get it? No, he stays alive. And Eleza even transfusing is like, no, I'm gonna just deny you that kill. That's all I want to do. Clem is actually pushing into the Zerg now with expansions. This is crazy, but these Ultras might be able to just finish off this base. The Corruptors are here to try and snipe the Liberators, but he's fighting under the Liberation Zones right now. This is not exactly the fight you're looking for here as Eleza. And this is a lot of pain as the Ghosts come in with the snipes from the flank there. Lynx getting into the third. And one Widowmine to rule them all. 19 kills on this one shot. He does not have personal cloaking, and he does get pushed back a little bit on the right with the Widowmine friendly fire doing a lot of damage here as well. Eleza has one Ravager left in his army. Two Ultralisks do join this attempted defense, and he still has the base. But, I mean, things are starting to fall apart here. The glue holding together Eleza's army is starting to evaporate here. He does bring in more units and he's kind of just running against the Marines. Wait, what's the units that are mobile here for? Oh, he has 18 Widowmines? Like, what the f... Clem is playing Widowmine Liberator right now, so he loses a base. So crazy. He has so many Widowmines. 19 Widowmines. GG's gotta be called, Eleza. He's gonna get broken here. What a game! GG. Well, the Laser definitely put up a entertaining one there. I have to hand it to him. But that was really good. Thank you everybody for watching. We're gonna, yeah. I think this might have been the last one for today, so... Thank you everybody, thank you for the raid, Bulmiolia. Thank you everybody for watching. I hope you enjoyed some of those games. And the next is gonna be next week, the next stream. So it's some time until you'll see me again. Don't worry. You can follow the YouTube, and there's content daily. There's 2 of those, and 1 is from Matosis. Just follow all of them. Why? Because you can. And why wouldn't you? It's free. It doesn't even cost you anything. Please just do me that favor and do that. And that's all. Thank you everybody for watching. Hope you had a good time. You see. How this is looking here. Okay. Laser put up some good games against the Gabe, against the Clement. Clem playing so much Terran actually surprises me. Like him not playing Protoss, honestly. Against any player that is considered to be weaker than him is a surprise to me. I guess he has fun with Terran right now. Maybe Protoss isn't as much fun for him with the changes. Not sure. Okay. Let's see who we can find to raid here. And I'm gonna send you guys off. Ooh. Alright, I found my target, my victim. See you guys again. Bye bye.
With 19 viewers, we apologize for what you are about to experience.
Mapu, what's up, buddy? Hope you're doing well.